Hello, and welcome back to the bedroom. Haven't been here in a long time. I'm Dr. Wiggo, and today I'm going to talk about my new purple mattress that was delivered this very morning. For my regular viewers, you know that I'm about to tell a long story about why I bought this mattress. So if all you care about is the mattress, well then skip ahead to the next chapter where I will actually start talking about this particular mattress. But first, let me tell you why I bought it. Well, again, if you're a regular viewer of the channel, you know why I bought it. My back has been giving me trouble for years now. I have arthritis in my spine, very painful. And more importantly, it causes pains all over my body because it like nips at the nerves that come out of the spine. So I had an appendectomy that I didn't need because they thought it was appendicitis. I've had sciatica for a while and then that went away. But now it has settled into my lumbar vertebrae, and I finally got my MRI results, and I have an extruded disc in like the L3, L4 area, and it's causing me a lot of pain. And the pain gets worse when I sleep. So it's got me looking at new mattresses. Now, my family recently came to visit me, and my sister had gotten a Nectar copper hybrid mattress, and she swore by it because she also has arthritis and bursitis, and well, we're old people. So she was telling me about this mattress, and I started looking into that. Well, then of course that got me into the YouTube rabbit hole of mattress reviews, and the one that kept coming up is purple, and the purple mattress with this gel grid that I will talk about when I get to the mattress. Well, and then I also regularly watch the Ray and Zach channel, the guys that run caredge.com. They have this fantastic channel. I'll link one of their videos down below. They do a daily show, and Ray, also about my age, a little older, just got a purple mattress and was talking about how he had the first night of pain-free sleep in years. Well, if it's good enough for Ray, because Ray's helped me buy at least 3 cars under MSRP in the past 3 years, so he knows cars, maybe he knows a little bit about mattresses. I'm going to find out tonight. So anyway, so I started looking, and then, by the way, if you've looked at any of these kinds of mattresses, they get expensive. A lot of them have sub $1,000 ones, but again, those aren't the fancy ones like this. And then as you start moving up, even purple has some sub 1,000, but this one's way more expensive and way better, I hope. Well, I'll start finding out tonight. After watching all the videos and checking out the websites and looking at all these different mattresses, I discovered Nectar has a white glove delivery where for an extra $200 they'll come in and drop off your mattress and set it up, unroll it. They come all in a box kind of rolled up, and then take away your old mattress. And I went, well, that sounds pretty good. But then Purple doesn't have that. Purple, you get a big bag at the door, and I think this thing weighs like over 150 pounds, and with my back, I wouldn't want to drag it in. What would I do with my old mattress? But Purple also sells through dealers, through bedding stores, and one of them is Mattress Firm, which has several locations here in the Memphis area. So I went to a Mattress Firm, and they had some on display, and I got to lie on them. And as soon as I lay down, I thought, this is my bed. They had 3 models. They had a more expensive one, like over $5,000. And then they had a less expensive one around $2,000. And they had this one, which is $4,400. But this is the one that felt the best for reasons I will explain when I get into what the mattress is all about. And so I lay on it and I said, well, this is it. And it turned out the next day was my doctor's appointment where we went over my MRI results, and he told me about my 11 millimeter extruded disc. And I asked him about the mattress. He said, do they have a good return policy? And I said, well, you get 120 days. And he said, well, then try it and sleep on it for 90 days. And if it's not working, try something else. Purple has that same deal if you buy direct from them. I think the Mattress Firm is a little better. They're very close. What is better, by the way, at Mattress Firm is price matching. If there's a lower price at Mattress Firm, it's in the next 4 months. I think at Purple, it's the next 60 or 90 days. Plus, this is what really sold me. Mattress Firm, and I believe also at the Purple website you can get this, but they have financing 0% for up to 12 months. Pay it within 12 months and don't miss a payment, because your interest rate goes to 29.99% if you don't pay. So to get that zero, you got to pay it all off within the 12 months and not miss a payment. And they had a $300 gift card if you got the financing. So basically you get $300 back. It's better than 0%. It's $300 cash back. I took the deal and I bought the bed, and that was Wednesday. Today is Friday, and it came this morning. And they brought it in, they hauled away my old bed, they unrolled this and set it up. In fact, I have some footage I'll throw in somewhere of them rolling it out and watching it expand. I'll speed it way up. But it's very interesting the way that, and there's some videos, I'll link to a video below where there's a tour of the Purple factory, and they show how they smash it down and roll it up. It's quite amazing because there's intercoil springs in here. Well, let's get into the mattress. Okay, so for those of you who skipped the long story, let's talk about this mattress. Now, at Mattress Firm, they don't carry as many models, because on the Purple website, they have like they have 3 tiers, and I think there's 3 beds in each tier, and then a lot of those beds are also available in firm and soft, so there's a lot of SKUs. Mattress Firm has fewer SKUs. So this is the RestorePremiere, which is the 2nd tier. They then have the Restore Luxe, which is the way expensive ones, like $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 beds. But this is the middle tier. And the reason I went with the RestorePremiere is because all Purple mattresses have this super springy gel foam, which I will put some video in so you can see what it looks like. It's an amazing material. It's the basis of all of their stuff. You sink in, but you don't sink in, so it's firm and giving at the same time. It's a space-age polymer invented by a real rocket scientist. You can go to the Purple website and watch their videos. They'll tell you all about it. Oh, and by the way, I paid my own hard-earned money for this. Well, not yet. I got financing. This bed with tax was almost $4,800. It's very expensive, but I did not get it free. All the reviews of all these beds you watch on YouTube, like 90-something% of them, they always say, we got this mattress free for review. Well, I did not get this mattress free for review. I got this mattress for a lot of money because I'm thinking it's going to help my back, and I'm praying it's going to help my back. I'll come back tomorrow in this video and tell you how tonight went. And then down the road, I'll do a longer term video and tell you how it's doing. Has it helped my back? And I'll give you an update on my back. And next, we're exploring nerve blocks. Yeah, sounds like fun. No, it doesn't. So anyway, so the RestorePremiere. Now, on Purple's website, they have a soft and firm version. Mattress Firm just has one version, which is like semi-firm. It's like in between soft and firm. When I went back on Wednesday to buy it, they were busy. There were a lot of people looking at mattresses. So I just lay down on this thing and lay there for like 45 minutes on my side, the way I sleep. I didn't hurt. What? I didn't hurt more, which is what usually happens to me when I lie down. The pain starts ratcheting up slowly but surely, and then in the middle of the night it wakes me up. Last night I only slept like 3 hours. The pain woke me up after about 3 hours, and so I've had no sleep. I did take a nap this afternoon on this, and that went great, so I'm kind of hopeful. The thing about the Premiere, the RestorePremiere, is it has 3 inches of that purple grid, whereas the lower price beds, I think the lowest price only has 1 inch, but most of them have 2 inches. But this has 3 inches of that grid, which gives me a lot more room to sleep in, and I'm heavier. By the way, why on beds is the break point always 240 pounds? Because I weigh like 238 pounds. So, and they always say, well, if you're heavy over 240, well, I'm almost 240. So I went for the one for the heavier sleeper, for the side sleeper. Now the side sleeper should really get a soft, so if you buy it direct from Purple and you're a side sleeper, you might want to look in the RestorePremiere Soft, which was not an option for me because Mattress Firm doesn't carry that. But then this is a hybrid bed because then underneath this gel grid, there's like a thin foam layer, and then there's individually wrapped coils for support, and the Premier across the center of the bed where your butt basically lies, they have extra firm coils that support the heavier part of your body in the middle, and then it's lighter at the top and bottom. And a lot of the problems people had with the purple beds and the Nectar, my sister bought a Nectar non-hybrid and had trouble with it because of the edge support. But this bed has like a few inches of extra foam support around the edges, so you notice I'm not sinking in that far. Oh, and purple's my favorite color, if you hadn't guessed. So I'm really looking forward to sleeping on this tonight. But wait, there's more. When I was trying out the bed at Mattress Firm, they had pillows on them, and they had the Purple Harmony, according to the greatest pillow ever made. Oh, and if you were wondering, that when they unrolled the bed, there was a very slight smell, but they came early this morning, and it's later in the evening, and the smell is almost completely dissipated. I'm just about to check. I should have opened these sooner, but I was taking a nap. Yeah, a little bit of a smell. This is a square grid. This is hexagonal grid. And then that's wrapped around a foam core. The purple hex grid is in the outer cover. And then there's this foam core. I don't know if it shows on camera, but there's holes all through here, so it's breathable. And I don't know about you, by the way, these beds sleep cool. They're not cold, but they're very breathable because of the individually wrapped coils, the air passes through, the foam layers have holes, and then of course the gel grid is basically nothing but holes. So they're very breathable. So they don't get warm, but again, they're not cold. It's not like gel. This gel is not like a cooling gel. It's a hyperpolymer. But this one, because of the openings in the hex grid, and you can kind of see through, there's a lot of holes in the pillowcase, in the cover, and then through the foam. So these are very breathable. I'm not going to tear the things off yet because I may return these. That's the other thing. The 100 night sleep, you have to check the website, but for Mattress Firm, it's a 120-day return. Full refund, they come and get it, take it back. And the reason I'm mentioning this return policy now is because I got two pillows. They have multiple sizes. So they have a short and a tall, a 5.5 inch and a 6.5 inch. So I got one of each, and I figure whichever one is right for me. Okay, well clearly this is the 6.5 and this is the 5.5. So I will determine which of these is best for me, and I also have 100 days to return these pillows if they don't work out. Now what I will do is whichever one, if I decide that it's the 5.5, I will return the 6.5 and get another 5.5. You'll see tomorrow when I've got the bed made up, but I sleep with 4 pillows. So these are going to be my head pillows, but I also have like body pillows. These are standards, but I may get the kings, because this is a king size bed. I have king size pillowcases. So I may get 2 more. Oh, by the way, these are $200 a piece. The prices vary. They have sales. And again, the Mattress Firm, the 120 days, that 120 days crosses both Memorial Day and the 4th of July. So if there's a big sale on purple mattresses, then Mattress Firm will refund me the difference. So if they come down, by the way, big sale is like $400 off. But I might get $400 of my $4,800 back, which would basically be the tax. So I'm also going to test these pillows out. And I'll tell you how it went in just a minute. See you soon.
The next day.
Well, that could have gone better. I say that a lot on this channel. Should be my catchphrase. The bed was fine. but I only got 4 hours sleep for reasons that I will explain. But if you don't care about my reasons, you can, well, here, I'll just quick tell you. The smell had dissipated on the bed. No smell problems. It felt fine. Like I said, I got 4 straight hours of sleep without any, and when I woke up, I was in pain, but it was for a different reason that I'll explain, but you don't have to wait and listen to that. The pillow still had a bit of the faint odor, a little bit unpleasant, and it's right next to your nose. But again, that didn't stop me from sleeping. So far, bed's okay. A little better than my old bed. Maybe a lot better. I'm going to find out tonight. So if you just want to find out what happens tonight, skip to the next chapter, and I'll tell you about my second night where I'll hopefully sleep a little better. Now, what went wrong? Stripping the bed and then sitting here on the edge without any back support, making the first part of the video, and then remaking the bed, I kind of strained my back a little. Not the part that hurt already. No, I got new muscles involved in my pain. And this was muscular pain. And then because the heating pad in my chair was so nice, remember the infrared that I'll link it up there. The infrared heating pad does great. But I was so comfortable that I fell asleep watching YouTube. So I slept from midnight to 1, woke up, and then fell back asleep till 2, and then woke up, and then fell back asleep till 3. So I didn't come to bed till 3 o'clock. And again, once I lay down on this bed, which was very comfortable, again, the bed I have no complaints about. And the pillow, even though with the smell, was slightly cooler because of the airflow. It wasn't cool, but it didn't get hot like my old pillow. So I actually, for that 4 hours, I slept pretty well and did not wake up. But it was not a good test. And then my back is still a little sore this morning, but again, from the muscle pain, not from the back pain. I'll do this again for one more night, and then I will be editing my video like crazy because today's Saturday and tomorrow's going to be Sunday, and my goes up at 6 o'clock Sunday. So you're getting the up-to-the-minute report on my purple mattress, which so far seems good. I'll have a better story tomorrow. I'll be back in just a second for you and tell you about how my second night went. Be right back. See you tomorrow.
The following day.
Good morning. Well, it's an okay morning. The second night was not better than the first night. Wasn't worse. It was still okay. So far, it's fine. I want a lot more than fine for $5,000. Because counting the pillows, I'm actually over $5,000. So I'm not happy, but I'm not unhappy. I saw a video that I will link down below of a woman who got one of these beds, and her initial video, she hated it. Her first night experience, she hated it. She had all these reasons. She didn't do this, and that. She had all these reasons. Now, I don't have any of those reasons, but I'm still not happy. But she stuck it out. Well, they made her stick it out. Purple makes you wait 21 days before you can return it in the 100-night window. So she was, and in her video, she said, I'm just counting the days to 21 so I can call them and return it. Well, then, in the video, she goes on day 21, I'm keeping it. I love it. I'm not going to form my opinion yet because I'm not sure. It seems to be better. Let's see if, as my body acclimates to it, if I like it better. Now, the smell is completely gone. It was gone on the mattress. That was gone the first night. But also on the pillows. After 24 hours, the pillows have no odor whatsoever. I still use the flatter one because it worked so well the night before, so I haven't tried the thicker pillow. So what are my initial thoughts? On the bed, I'm going to wait at least 21 days to make sure and see how it fits, and then maybe I'll try something else. I don't know, because I did a lot of research, and this seems to be the one. Well, actually, the soft version of this, I think, is actually the one that Mattress Firm doesn't have in their stores. And so I can't try it. But I may have to end up exchanging this, returning this, and getting the soft version, because I on their websites, all the websites where you do the test, it says if you're a side sleeper, you should go with the soft. In fact, I've trained myself to stay on my side. I used to flop around a lot, but I've trained myself, by the way, by sleeping sideways across the bed up against the headboard, because I had arthritis in my shoulders, and when I roll over, the pain would wake me up. So I trained myself not to roll over. Well, I've since got a lot of physical therapy on my shoulders, and now I can sleep on either shoulder, although this shoulder is more comfortable. So I tend, oh, and I mentioned the body pillows. There's Blonde from Hyperdimension Neptunia. This is a Dakimakura pillow, a Japanese body pillow that they put anime figures on. That's the one I sleep. When I'm sleeping on this side, I put this between my knees. Funny thing about that, I got this pillow like 10 years ago, and I slept on it for several years and didn't have any of these pains. But then I stopped, and then here comes the pain. So I think if I had just kept using this pillow between my knees, this would still happen, but it wouldn't be as bad, I don't think. I'm back to using that pillow, and it seems to be working fairly well. The pain still ratchets up at night, but much slower, and I think that's part of it. And now I think this is part of it. So I'm hoping I can work out a good combination where it all fits together. Do I recommend this bed? Not yet. Come back and ask me again. I'll do another video in about 21 to 30 days, depending on how things go. But the price is very high, so that's a big con. But the comfort is fairly good, so that's a pro, but it's not as good as I was hoping for, so I don't know what to tell you. Come back and check in 30 days. Now, the pillows is another story. I love this pillow. When I put the thing up in the video, I think there's actually there's three. And I think I got the lowest one and the second lowest one. There's even a taller one, I think 7.5 inches. The flat one, the 5.5, that pillow is fantastic. I would recommend it. Like I said, the smell dissipated after about 24, 36 hours. I didn't have any problems last night. It smelled fine. Again, it keeps me a little cooler. Plus, for years and years, I have slept with my head pillow like ending here, because if I slept farther in, it would fold up and hit my eyelashes. But this pillow, I can put my head in the center of the pillow because it doesn't bow up as much. So it doesn't, and it's not as high. That's the other reason I would sleep with my pillow here, because then more of my face would not be on the pillow and I would be cooler. Well, this pillow is cool. And you can flip it over, unlike the original purple pillow. So I can flip it over or slide it. $200. There's the big con there. Purple stuff is expensive, but it's pretty good. This space age polymer thing they talk about, this gel grid, it works great in that pillow. I think it works great in the bed, but I don't know yet. I'll get back to you on that. So those are my impressions of the purple mattress and the purple pillow. The purple mattress, the jury's still out. The purple pillow, I can recommend that already after 2 nights. I mean, I'm sleeping better with that pillow. Oh, and this is where I screwed up. When you're doing an experiment, you're supposed to only vary one thing at a time, and I varied both the mattress and the pillow. So technically, I should have slept on my old pillow the first couple of nights, but I was too excited. So I think some of my benefits may be coming from the $200 pillow. And if that turns out to be the case, well, then I can save a lot of money. I can get a cheaper mattress, maybe even a cheaper purple mattress, one with less gel foam. We'll see. Again, come back in 21 to 30 days. I'll do a longer term review and tell you whether I'm keeping it or maybe exchanging it for something different. So that's it for today. Sorry it was such long and boring and didn't come to a real conclusion. Next week we'll be back to the Vision Pro, I hope, with my long-term review that I've been promising for weeks now. I'm still behind on my grading because of spring break and my back and this and everything, so I'm shooting for next Sunday for the Vision Pro review. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time. Bye-bye. Come back in 30 days and I'll tell you how I feel about this mattress. Thanks for staying to the end. Bye-bye.